English so bad anyway.
So our marketing department defines the leads or accounts which affected the telesales action.
How you create this campaign first?
We just create, for example,
Campaign, and you create new campaign.
yes, and if you want to use Clicktool, you have to be aware that the campaign member type is Clicktools.
Is that Clicktool?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is the Clicktool meeting? I haven't been invited.
Yeah, invite. We have
Yes.
still 5 minutes.
Oh, you are recording that?
Yeah.
You can send it over to me.
No problem.
And in the campaign, you make sure that the campaign member type is campaign member Clicktool, and you can enter then a Clicktool ID. And then all the campaign members, for example, this one, if you open the campaign member,
You have
here, you have a button, an extra button, new call script. And when you click that button, you can fill in your call script you created
Okay.
in Clicktools.
For each customer, for each member of company.
Each member gets this button, which is related to this campaign, gets this button related to the campaign, which has this Clicktool ID.
Okay, good.
And then, for example, there was here a contact. We see now from the status that there's a trade sales order. So if you go to that member and to each account, then you see in the notes and attachments, which you can define in your Clicktool, what you want to create. For example, we always want to create a note. Then you see here the name of the note.
Okay.
You can also define that in your Clicktool, so you can recognize, okay, this is from the NL Telesales toilet paper action. When you open it, there is the link to the survey, which is filled in.
Okay.
So not the empty survey,
But
but
the
afterwards.
compiled one.
Yes, when the telesales lady submits the survey, it will be saved under the notes in the account with a link. And if you click this link, you will see all the answers
Oh, very good.
they filled in.
Yeah.
And from here you can also update your contacts and create new contact persons, but that I will explain when we are in the Clicktools. And it also, because it's an order, we want to create a case automatically. And here you can see in the cases, there's automatically a case created.
Yeah.
By filling in your Clicktool, you can do mapping to Salesforce with fields in which object.
All mapping between
Based on the answer you can automatically create a case. That would be great.
Or opportunities.
Or, yeah,
or
whatever.
yeah, whatever.
You can create an object.
Yeah, and you can also predefine what should be fixed. For example, we have fixed subject, telesales action toilet paper. So it's recognizable that this is a case from a telesales campaign. So this is how it looks in Salesforce, but you are also curious about the Clicktools.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything.
I definitely am.
It's also a web-based program. Tools. Me and my colleagues share
The same.
the same account because you have to pay a license for it, and we only have 15 licenses now for the whole international company. But we have to ask Klaus exactly how it is.
Yes, exactly. I overheard your question. That was very interesting.
Okay. I hope this is the right one. Then you log into.
This account is to create and manage and extract data, right?
Yes, and also here are also you can here create your dashboards and reporting on.
No, I mean you don't have what you have done on Salesforce is totally independent from. Okay.
Yeah, you first create your Clicktool because in your Clicktool an ID, just like all Salesforce objects, it gets an ID. And this ID you copy and paste into your Clicktool campaign and make sure your campaign member is a Clicktool member record type. And then it's all connected.
And then campaign I see, first one probably.
Yes, this is the campaign I just showed you. This is the survey behind that campaign. You have your builder.
Okay, and then you add questions one by one.
Yeah, and to create questions, it's very easy. That's not the problem. And you have to make sure that you have, for example, if you want to link to a certain contact or account, you always make sure that there's an contact ID, for example, campaign member ID and account ID. And this is automatically filled when you start the call script from that contact person.
Okay. Need to be tested anyway.
Yeah, and there's one thing, this call script button is predefined in the past, which is a bit of pity, so you have to keep this order of the questions. I have it on paper so I can send it out to you, that you make sure, okay, question 1 is always the contact ID, question 2 is always campaign member ID, 3 is account ID. They have branch in it. Why, I don't know.
Okay.
But okay, that's because they predefined it. Then you can have questions with independencies. For example, is this the right contact person? You have a choice, yes, but not reachable at the moment, or no. Okay, when it's not the correct contact, when this is no, then you get other questions. And if it is the correct contact person, okay. In Salesforce you also have the dummy contacts, because these are accounts with no contact, so Salesforce automatically creates a dummy contact. And you can choose that you want to change the dummy contact into a real contact, or else the dummy contact will stay under your account. And if we're speaking about clean data, then this is a good opportunity to, okay,
Yes, in fact,
we have the dummy and we want to change this dummy into a real contact.
Ah, very good.
And you see from these signs, if you hover over it, then you see to which question this is related. So this 12 is related to question 8. This will say, okay, here this question has relations to other questions. Well, and here you can create drop-down fields, text fields, radios.
I think the problem is more on designing the survey more than creating physically. It's getting the right question to ask and achieve that goal. That is probably
that's what, when you start a Clicktool, you first have to be aware of what do I want to ask to my customer and what do I want to do and achieve with data. Because then creating the questions, that's not.
Yeah, I know. I work for a survey company in the United States, and I remember that the hardest part was what I would like to achieve.
Yes.
And how I can create questions without bothering the people, not being too personal or too generic. Because if I ask a generic question, I would not have any real data. Generic answer. So, yes, I understand.
So, you define or decide yourself what kind of questions you are going to ask and what type of questions. And then the most important thing is, okay, you want to map these questions to Salesforce. For example, create the notes, in the notes and attachments, that you have the link to the survey the customer filled in, or do you want to automatically create a case when it's, for in this example, a trade sales order, or do you want to create an opportunity, for example? That's also possible. And then you go to your and here you select your user, say login, and then you have to fill in your password.
You're using some kind of API from Salesforce here.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this takes a minute.
When you create, you can create a node and, for example, inserting one or two or more answers they get in the survey.
Yeah.
That will be also maybe having something that says, okay, satisfied, not satisfied, and then you can
Yeah.
go and check the result, but that will
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah. Now, here you have, okay, mapping fields, content. For example, contacts. If there are fields which are mandatory from Salesforce or what Clicktool need, then it's shown here.
Okay.
And you can choose whether I want to update an existing record, find an existing record, create a new record, or update existing or create new records. Now, and we entered contacts here twice, one to update an existing record and to create a new record. Because if you have the option update and create new, then it's not working very well. So that's why, yeah, I entered it twice.
No, the idea of inserting nodes is great.
Yeah.
Because
Clicktool.
yeah, you already lost the entire presentation. You can send this, you can sell this video.
Yeah.
This is a good proposal will be for Hungary.
We share the.
€5 each minute.
So for example, on contact, you have to be aware, okay, in Salesforce, which fields are mandatory to fill in when you create a new contact.
The worst tool we have.
These fields, you make sure that these are in your questionnaire, in your survey, and then you can map them
Dat musst du die andere Hand drauflegen.
to Salesforce.
Ja.
And for example, to create the nodes,
Was ist die Beschreibung?
you select to create a new record, and from here you can also add conditions. On each question you can add, each mapping, I'm sorry, you can add conditions. For example, we here want to have a node with only a read-only link, not an editable link, but a read-only link. With the survey name in it, because then we recognize, okay, this node is from that survey, and when it was completed. The survey was there.
Very good. And
And that we would like to map these nodes on the account and on the contact. So we can always see, track, okay, this survey was on this contact, but also on the account. And for cases, you can create cases as well automatically. We have a checkbox when it's checked, okay, in this case, we create a new record. We have the record type, it's always a fixed value for us because it's trade sales order. We always choose level, request, order, something like the levels in your issue tree. But you have to be aware for the record type, you need the Salesforce ID. So you first have to export, for example, a case with that record type, and you can copy the ID and paste it into here, and you can choose, okay, I want to have this a fixed value. And also the levels of the issue tree are also fixed. So people who are getting the case do not have to fill in the issue tree because it's already pre-filled. So that's what you can decide. You can decide from here, from the mapping, which fields you want to have in, which fields you want to have fixed. And for example, here is the text which we want to have in the description area about which types of toilet paper, for example. You can add it here. And there are a lot of other objects which you can choose. For example, the account competitor, which we just discussed. Yeah, what's also nice. Campaigns as well, cases, case items, case comments, dispensers, if when you are using WIS, washable information systems.